Some shows entertain you for a few days. Some shows become trends for a few months. And then there are shows like Friends, shows that stay alive for generations. No matter how many years pass, no matter how many new sitcoms release, people still go back to Friends when they're sad, lonely, stressed, eating dinner, or simply trying to feel better. And honestly, there's a reason for that. Today we're talking about this hilarious Phoebe and Rachel moment from Friends, but more importantly, we're talking about why this series still feels magical even after all these years. So, the clip we're looking at today is centered around Phoebe and Rachel, two of the most chaotic, emotional, and lovable characters in the entire show. The thumbnail alone already tells you what kind of energy this video has. You can see dramatic expressions, emotional reactions, confusion, and pure sitcom madness. And that's exactly what Friends does best. The show takes completely ordinary situations and turns them into unforgettable comedy. There's no need for explosions, no complicated storylines, no crazy action scenes, just six friends talking in apartments and coffee shops, yet somehow it became one of the greatest shows ever made. Let's start with Phoebe Buffay. Phoebe is honestly one of the most unique sitcom characters ever written. She's weird, she's unpredictable. She says the most random things at the worst possible moments. But somehow, everything she says feels natural. That's what makes her brilliant. Phoebe isn't trying to be funny. She is funny naturally. Whether she's singing Smelly Cat, giving terrible advice, or misunderstanding basic situations, she brings this chaotic innocence that nobody else on the show has. And in clips like this, you really see how much energy she adds to every scene. Even when she's standing silently in the background, your eyes somehow go toward her because you know something ridiculous is about to happen. And then we have Rachel Green. Rachel is honestly one of the most relatable characters in television history. At first, she starts as someone spoiled and dependent, but throughout the series, she grows into a strong, independent woman. But even during her emotional growth, she never loses that dramatic energy that makes her hilarious. Rachel reacts to everything like it's the end of the world. A small misunderstanding, drama, a relationship issue, tears, a bad haircut, emotional disaster. And that overreaction is exactly why people love her. Because deep down, most of us react dramatically too. We just don't admit it. One thing Friends mastered perfectly was chemistry between characters. Phoebe and Rachel are completely different people. Phoebe is random and spiritually chaotic. Rachel is emotional and socially dramatic. But when those personalities collide, the scenes become unforgettable. You don't feel like you're watching actors reading scripts. You feel like you're watching real friends. That's the biggest reason why Friends still works today. The relationships feel genuine, the laughter feels natural, and the conversations feel real. At the end of the day, Friends isn't just a sitcom anymore. It became comfort. It became nostalgia. It became part of people's daily lives. And honestly, that's something very few shows ever achieve. So whether you watch Friends while eating, studying, crying, or just trying to escape reality for a while, you're definitely not alone. Because millions of people around the world still do the exact same thing. And maybe that's why this show will never truly disappear. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite Friends moment in the comments. And remember, I'll be there for you. Never gets old.